Selling your house is one of the most difficult decisions in life because the house is your dwelling place and lots of memories are created with it. Listing your house is really tough, especially if it has sentimental value attached to it, because that is a place where home thrives. A house may be just a structure, but it is definitely a shelter where home can exist, and because of changes in life, it's causing people to move in and out of the house. The house is like a nest where birds lay eggs, hatchlings will come out of those eggs and eventually grow and find a new place to create a new nest. Like in reality, properties like houses are always in demand, regardless if it's new or existing. No matter what your circumstances are, there will always be a turnover of properties, and you should be aware what are the telltale signs it's time to sell your house. 1. Upgrading to a larger living space. Congratulations, your family is growing and the demand for new spaces are increased. Your current space may no longer fit on each family members. You guys maybe initially planned to only have 2 kids when just starting out a family, but got unexpected kids coming in, especially when these kids are starting to become a teenager and needed their own private space within your home. We move from each stage of our life, and that includes our parents getting old, but not everyone can afford to send them to elderly care, so some of us just welcome them to our homes. That definitely requires some space. Also, external factors like the pandemic forces most of us to build our home offices that are not really planned in the beginning since we build our homes, and we really can't say for how long we are going to work from home or this new normal is here to stay. Interest also does change over the years, so you may develop new hobbies or skills over time that could be gaming, music, cooking, gardening, content creation, collecting rare items, and a hell lot of more. Those hobbies always comes with tools and equipment for you to be able to perform. Furthermore, those equipment does accumulate over time as you advance with learning and take up space. In response to these increasing needs, upgrading to a bigger house would surely improve your quality of life. 2. Emotionally prepared for a home sale. Your emotions can hinder you from successfully selling your house because of the sentimental values attached to it, and with that it's hard to let it go. You've been thinking how valuable the memories are that you created with your house, the good times and the bad times. If you're not emotionally ready and you love your house so much, it's difficult to make the decision. It's the memories that will always be the part of you, that's why you don't want to sell it. Early memories of your childhood or the memories of your kids when you raised them are very sentimental to almost everybody. On top of that, those memories are the ones that you bring with you always, in the present and in the future. Your house is the place where you start to build your dreams. It's the place where negativity could not grow or foster. It's your sanctuary that is necessary and one of the many factors that can help you achieve your dreams in life. Memories of happiness also factor in when selling, as this is part of your home. Memories celebrating special events like birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, Christmas, and New Year will definitely trigger your emotion that can make you sad and don't want to give up your house. Some of these memories may not take place in your house, but that is something that you bring at home and reminisce. Letting go of something sentimental is tough, that's why you have to be emotionally strong to do it. And when you're ready to move on to the next chapter of your life, you'll just have to do is to accept it and create new happy memories with your new house. 3. Maximizing home equity. There goes out a saying that says, strike when the iron is hot, and that goes the same if you found that the current real estate market situation is currently hot at the moment. No doubt, that is your signal to put your house on a listing and benefit to the market boom. However, older people tend to keep their homes for their retirement, and that is causing a shortage of houses for millennials. This is creating an advantage for the other homeowners to sell their houses at a higher price as there are limited supply in the market. If you can't wait on the market's green light, don't be excited to sell your home soon. It's a big mistake because you'll end up losing its momentum to appreciate its value. On top of that, you'll not just lose your potential to make money, but you'll just waste your time and effort developing something that will not deliver much of a value because of your lack of patience. Immediate selling of the house may also cause your potential buyers to think twice and would feel that there could be something wrong why it's being sold straight away. Regardless of the market conditions, once you built up an equity for at least 5 years, that will always be a good indication that you can sell your house. It will be just a bonus if the market is currently in your favor, but if an equity is already built, it's already ripe and anytime it's ready to be harvested, as it already appreciated in value. 4. Navigating a divorce and moving on. This may be a bad news, but parting ways with once you thought your better half can also lead to the selling of your house. Divorce may take up to 12 months, that's a year and very long, such a tedious process, and once it's all done, whoever keeps the house may sell it for a couple of reasons. One could be emotional, as staying on the same house can give constant flashbacks of old memories, and that would be really intolerable. Especially these days, we take care of our mental health, so the best way to solve this, as they've always done it, is to sell the house. This course of action allows both individuals to get a fresh start, gradually move on from the past, and never have to worry about it ever again. Settling your house can also be done on your own privately or legally in the court. If there are conflicts between the parties, especially in the division of assets, as each contributed to its construction, of course both would want their fair share, but if they can't settle that on their own, then most excellent approach is through the court, but the outcome will not always be likable. Capital gains may also take into consideration in divorce settlement because while you are still married, you have the financial incentives to exclude a certain amount of your gains from capital gains taxes. If you got divorced, those incentives will be cut into half. So, if you don't want to go through the nitty-gritty of the divorce, as a piece of advice, then take care of your marriage. 5. Renovations have minimal value increase. Maybe just out of the blue, you suddenly want to sell your house, and you're thinking of some ways on how to further stretch the price of your resale, so you have thought of why not add some renovation. However, you realize that you already maxed out every corner of your house up to their best look, and you no longer want to deal with its maintenance. Those that from the beginning has no plans to be its owner are very much inclined to end its possession in the hopes of financial gains. You made your house perfect, but for some that haven't, incorrect renovations may not just cost you money, but also won't add any value to your property. High-end upgrades to specific areas only to make it look luxurious won't make any impact unless it's consistent throughout the house. If the home has an outdated finish, then it should be a total makeover. Bathroom and kitchen are not only two of the most popular home improvements, but they do add value to your resale because kitchen is the heart of every home. This is the place where people gather round. Not only your family love this spot at your home, but you also do entertain guests in here as you eat and talk about important matters in your life. Meanwhile, the bathroom is the one that needs to be taken seriously as this is the most important feature of the house. Your bathroom is the place where you can release tension. It could be stress or call of nature, but when it comes to visitors, this is the first thing they check out, and if you don't do your homework, you will be judged and you'll definitely get a bad impression. Before we continue with our topic, I wanted to take a moment to share with you my latest NFT art collection, inspired by Impressionism and available for a limited time only on OpenSea. I was inspired by the movement of Impressionism, which is known for its unique use of light, color, and movement that evokes a strong emotion. The Impressionist painter's approach is to capture the feeling of a moment rather than just depict it, and I wanted to bring that same sense of emotion and immediacy to these digital arts. Impressionism also reflects the fast-paced, digital world we are living in today, where things are constantly changing and the need to capture the present moment is crucial. This is why I believe Impressionism is still relevant in this generation. I am excited to offer my NFTs as a limited time opportunity for collectors. Each NFT is a digital representation of visually stunning artwork, inspired by the Impressionism movement. While they are verified on the blockchain and unique, I hope they will bring joy and a connection to art for the individual who owns it. They can be displayed on a digital wallet or in a virtual gallery, and it would be an honor to have my NFTs be a part of someone's collection. In addition to my NFTs, I also want to share with you my separate collection of digital art, available on Gumroad. These are unique, high-quality digital products that I have carefully crafted to be not only visually stunning, but also to convey the same sense of emotion and immediacy as my NFTs. Each product is high quality and can be downloaded instantly after purchase. These digital arts are perfect for those who want to enjoy my art in a more traditional way and also to support my channel. You can find the link to my digital products in the description box below. So, whether you're a collector or just a lover of art, make sure to visit OpenSea or Gumroad and check out my NFTs and digital art collection. These are for sale and available for checkout. Thanks for your support, and I hope you enjoy my NFTs as much as I enjoyed the creative process behind it. And now, back to our topic. 6. You're in a tight financial situation. When you run out of money, you are tempted to the things that you shouldn't be touching even if it's your house. You are becoming too resourceful, and at the same time you run out of options where to get that cash, so your beloved house is your last resort. It's sad that for many, there are circumstances in our life that goes out of hand, whether it's the cause of being irresponsible or just pure bad luck. As human beings that are not perfect, we just have to deal with it. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck, and with inflation always right in the corner, we really can't keep up with the rising cost of living. That's why people are enticed to take loans to get what they want. That could be getting car loans, student loans, or simply just living beyond your means can ultimately skyrocket your debt. Life can be unpredictable. You'll never know if you'll get sick, and if it goes really bad, even if you have emergency funds on the side, it wouldn't be enough to cover. Natural disasters can also affect your house. Fire season can make your home vulnerable to fire damage or can suffer really bad from earthquakes. And if you don't have home insurance or the means for the repairs, some will just sell the land and move on to a new house. The worst part is that you're a gambling addict. You are desperate for money as you always take your chances. You never learned a lesson that no one wins in this game, but you push yourself to the limit and exhausted all your assets, including your house. house. 7. You're scaling back your living space. For many, it's the dream to move in a bigger house. It can also be expressing yourself when you've become financially successful, but living in a bigger space may be a different experience for you. And having to live on it for a couple of years, you've realized it's not meant for you. The time just hit you and you got tired of all the managing, but instead of enjoying your place, it has become a nightmare. Your family was once close, but the bigger space tends to create more division that makes you feel even more lonely. One would choose to downsize because they don't want to deal with the financial pressure that comes with it. If you plan to own a bigger house, you have to think what you're going to deal with because a hell lot of things are going to get high and you have to see it coming. Like higher property tax, higher homeownership insurance, higher energy consumption, higher maintenance costs, and higher renovation costs. Downsizing can give you an advantage because it can surely impact your finances in a positive way, as you no longer have to deal with the previous expenses that we've said a while ago, and that means you have more money to save or invest, or whatever you have in mind. Downsizing allows you to think less of your home and focus more on your priorities. Thinking less is not bad, it's actually good for your mental health and can give you benefits. Thinking less helps you to reduce stress, rule out anxiety and depression. And the effect, your mind is clear and you're fully present. The modern life is complicated, but it gets more complicated as you advance through life, and some of us simply just choose a more simple life. Downsizing doesn't mean you got poor, you just found what makes you happy, and it's certainly not the bigger house. 8. Your house is haunted. Getting scared sometimes at your own house is fine, there's no problem with that. But if it's frequent, your house may be inhabited by different entities. It doesn't matter if you get the house as the first owner or it's pre-owned. The first few years was fine, but suddenly, it's becoming worse, it's unbearable. Being forgetful could be one of your excuses for misplacing your belongings such as your keys, phone, and toys. But if you found it in a bizarre spot in your house, or it was arranged differently from what it was, then they are playing tricks on you. These otherworldly beings can affect our electronic devices by just their presence. You may experience your lights flickering, your TV and radio are switching channels on their own, or there's a very unfamiliar interference that's going on. And the worst part, you answered a phone call but the sound you hear sounds like it's coming from another dimension. These physical and electronics manifestations can be unbelievable, not until they visually manifested themselves. You made a sighting that could be just glimpses of their appearance, or you get the exciting part, you made a direct close contact. Eye to eye. No one else can convince you better if you saw it with your own eyes. With all these manifestations, you did what you can. You've done contacting priests to bless your house in the hopes that these entities would go away, but did not work, and it's affecting your life. So you decided to just sell the house. Selling a haunted house can be tough. You can get sued if you didn't disclose your prospects if they ask, so you might want to make extra research on that. But beyond being sinister, there are still people that are willing to spend their cash on your haunted house. Lying. You're done with the neighborhood. A great environment is essential if you're thriving in life. This is not only applicable to your workplace, but it applies to anywhere you go. Have you noticed a place, let's say a restaurant, that used to be filled with hungry customers, but now it's closed? One reason could be a poor service, because who would want to come back to that place if they are not giving you satisfaction? That's definitely a bad experience. Same goes to where we live. It may not be as good as it used to be, so the only option now is to move to a better neighborhood and never come back. Time has changed everything, including your neighbors, and one time you just step out of the door to see that you don't even know who your neighbors are right now. One of them seems to be new, then you might be thinking, why your old neighbors already moved and here you are, staying for so long. Not only that, but the crime rate in your area seems to be increasing, which is greatly affecting your security. You get anxious all the time if someone's going to break into your house. You might be busy at work, and you finally find the time to stroll around, but it's saddening to see the houses that has no maintenance and no plans for renovations. It's old. That makes you question, are people in my neighborhood still happy? And the saddest part is that there are houses that are recently abandoned, and they are not few, they are many. The community itself becomes bleak. People are not interested to come, or there's no engagement plans at all. That bored the hell out of you, and it's sickening. 10. You're swimming in money. The tables have turned. You used to be broke and now you're fucking rich. Life is full of surprises. You must be lucky the day you finally got the right winning numbers that made you won billions of dollars in the lottery, or you posted something online that made you famous and monetized from that opportunity, or you are a classic. You worked super hard on your startup that made you the CEO of your own multi-billion-dollar company. A lifestyle shift can happen slowly, or it can happen overnight. By becoming successful, you have made a great impact to the world, and as a result, you get a fair share of money that can change your life. Money that's so huge it touches every aspect of your life. It doesn't necessarily mean that when you become rich, the cheaper things won't be available to you. It still does. More money just gives you the comfort and access to the bigger things. By becoming wealthy, money can help you get that dream lifestyle, and all the things you do will be upgraded. That includes the clothes you wear, the food you eat, the car you drive, the places you go, and ultimately, your dwelling place. With more money, you have more option where to live anywhere in the world and the kind of structure you want your dwelling place to be. Do you like to live in New York, Beijing, or Moscow? How about getting yourself a mansion, a mega mansion, or a penthouse with great views day and night? There are a number of signs that can indicate it's time to sell your home. Whether it's growing family needs, changes in lifestyle, or external factors like the pandemic, it's important to consider these factors and weigh them against the potential benefits of upgrading to a bigger or more suitable home. It's not an easy decision to make, but it's one that can greatly improve your quality of life and the comfort of your family. If you're experiencing any of these signs, it may be time to start exploring your options and take the first steps towards finding your dream home. Upgrading to a bigger or a more suitable home can provide you with the space and amenities you need to create new and wonderful memories for years to come. If you guys enjoyed the video, please support my channel by smashing that notification bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Be sure to check out my NFT art collection on OpenSea and my digital art on Gumroad so I can add a unique piece of art to your collection and to your life. That ends today's audio blog, guys. This is Daniel Cloud. Thank you for watching and see you on our next one. Bye!